Hello teacher, my name is Leks. I'm from class F2. I'm doing my scientific research with the radio question from you. I'm going to present to you about my research proposal from. Firstly, I can see in English learning which is related to linguistics and culture. Student doesn't pay much attention on linguistic subjects but only focus on developing listening, speaking, reading and writing skills. Linguistics such as phonology, translation, syntax, and semantics not only help students have a deeper understanding of English language that they are learning, but also help students have a solid knowledge of the structure and the way to use English academically. The idea for this study came from the process of my learning from my teacher, doing homework and observing my friends around me. I want to do this thesis because I want to highlight the influence of translation technique on translation quality. The purpose of this study is to point out common, popular, and advanced translation techniques are analyzed from translation tests, how translation techniques will be used and their effect on the quality of the translation. The article also mentioned the methods and strategies to help a language major student to improve their translation skill. About research question, there are four main questions. What is translation technique? How many types of translation technique are commonly used in the translated document today? How the translation technique influence on the quality and the accuracy of the translation test? How do language major students improve their translation techniques? And the research question one will tell me the definition of each kind of translation technique. How the translation technique are applied in the test? Research question 2 will tell me the type of translation technique are commonly applied in the translated test and other type of advanced translation techniques that students who are studying translation need to know. Research question 3 will tell me how translation techniques affect on the translation test quality. Research question 4 will tell me some strategies for major students to improve their translation technique to be able to make a better translation test. I think I understand about 50% of the topic because I have studied and learned about basic translation techniques. There are many domestic and international research articles on this topic, and I have researched and they have researched about the influence of the translation techniques on many aspects such as the translation process, translation quality, translation accuracy, coherence, and there are some studies that show error in the meaning and grammatical structure when not applying translation techniques to the translation. The data collection tool that I will use is language data analysis. I will first read and learn the basic and commonly translation techniques, learn more information about advanced techniques. Then I will search online for 1 to 2 translated tests to show the techniques that is used, and I will analyze the impact. I will survey about 30 people reading the translated test and they will identify the translation techniques used in the test. Then I will collect and examine the data. About the participant 1 to 2 English Vietnamese translated tests on the internet and book will be analyzed to identify the translation technique used in them. About 30 students majoring in English study high quality program course 45 will be invited to participate in the survey, possibly my classmates to facilitate communication in data collection. I will learn and collect translation techniques through searching text on the internet, book, and analyzing translation technique from those tests. Besides, I will find about 30 classmates to read the translated tests that I give. I will send a translation file to them so they can read and analyze and I can collect the data. That's all about my presentation, teacher. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.